exhale, lower. Good. I'm so glad to see you guys. Hello. Oh, good. And then lower down and breathe. Now, when we are up this time with our hands, catch the fingers and lift up and go over. And we're checking our body out. We're seeing how all this stretching feels. Go inhaling. As you're here, let that same side hand come down. You might be able to go a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Ah. Now imagine you're in a toaster slot and you're going up. We're going to catch our hands again. Try to go over to the other side. You can even pull your wrist. Ooh, goodness gracious. Hello. Reach, reach, reach. Pull, pull, pull. And then the same side hand can come down and go to the other side. Oh yeah. 5. We'll start with the most favorite stretch first, huh? 4. Add in any kind of rotation you need. 3. 2. Woo. And then inhale and come back up. And then this is a little bit of a back bend. Breathe in. And then we're going to bring our hands, I'm going to move my feet, bring our hands to the floor. And this is for the calf stretch. So walk one heel down and then bend the knee and walk the other heel down. So bend one knee and press. Try to feel your calves stretch and press. And breathe in through your nose. You can think about making it a fuller breath than you do than when you're going through your daily life. So you're getting an opportunity to use the muscles and use the breathing. So breathe in. Now both heels lift and both heels lower. Both heels lift and both heels lower. One more. And then let your heels down and just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let your shins down, and we're going to wake up the back with a little flexion and extension. So it's also called cat and cow. Think of it as a back warm up, but as your back gets warm and you get feeling like it's more flexible, you can take it bigger. And you can either stay right here or you can lift up your toes and do cat-cow with the knees off the floor. Listen to your body, see what you need to do. This is more abdominal. The knees are off the floor if I want it harder. Breathe in. Now, if you need to put your knees back down, please do. If you would like to step it up a notch, go into down dog, lift your heels, articulate through your lower back, middle back, upper back, and do an inhale and an up dog. So you listen to your body, tuck your chin, upper back, middle back, lower back, or you could be doing cat-cow, or you could be doing the beast. Breathe in, and we're doing about 5 of these, and let your heels touch, and then lift up, breathe in. Good, yeah, nice, or you can mix it up. I like that, Karen, good. And up. Back is getting some attention, first thing, good. And then back, and then a child pose, and you can bend your elbows and pat yourself on the back for triceps. Breathe in. And then we're gonna do 1 rotational warm-up, guys. So when you get back to this hands and knees, take your left arm and thread the needle. And then your head is on the mat, and your other arm is up. So take it as a stretch in thoracic rotation. This arm staying down and this arm's up. Breathe in. This arm that's in the air, nice Michelle, you can even bend it and hook it so you kind of find your thigh here with your hand. You might be able to. And then, yeah, lift one arm up, Karen, and then you might be able to bend the elbow behind you like we do in yoga. Yeah, breathe in. Now reach that arm up. Now we're going to push ourselves up and switch sides. So this is a thoracic rotation. Your other arm goes up in the air. Your hips are in the air, and like you're doing, Michelle, you can move that arm if you'd like. You'll find out all sorts of things that it needs, or maybe you'll bend the elbow and hook it and wrap it. Take a little stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, let your hand come out, and you're going to help yourself again, and then go down to a belly and make any adjustments you need. My shirt is slipped, so I'm going to pull it down a bit. Any adjustments you need. We're going to take a belly down position called the swan. So with your inhale, lift up without any hands, just hover. Now get a feel for what that feels like when your upper body is about 3 inches off the ground and you're breathing and you do move a little. Now, if you care to add on, let your hands come down and push you. And you notice you can be wide in the hands. If you need more room for your traps or you're feeling tight in your shoulders, you can go pretty wide here. Now add the breath and just stay for 10. Yep, stay up. And there's a little energy in your belly as you lift it. It actually feels good on your back. There's a little energy in your legs, but you're not so tight in the glutes that you are hurting your bones or creating to over tension, maybe like 10%, 5%. Breathe in. Lower yourself down. We're going to do that again. If your hands want to be a little closer together, they can, or if they just need to be the same place, come up, your back, and then your hands help you. Breathe in and hold. 10. Now the breath. 9. The inhale goes in your nose. 8. 7. Ooh, neck is soft. 6. Good. 5. 4. 3. 2. And then lower. Now rest your head on your arm. So you have this little pillow. Lengthen one leg up all by itself and then lengthen the other. Let's get some hamstrings and some glutes. Active. I like that windshield wipe if your back's tight. That's always a good option. Or just start the strengthening of lifting one and then the other. Now you might be able to go a little higher. The hips are warming up. If you want more, flutter kick your legs like you're swimming laps. 20 here. Neck is soft. And then you're going to let the feet go and take the hands beside your hip bones. Breathe in and lift up your back and lift up your legs. Now, if you want to interlace your fingers, you can. If you need to leave your hands beside your hips, you can leave them there. Breathe. Breathe in. 5. 4 more. 3, look at how good the postures are looking. Wonderful. And your legs, great. Relax. If you can switch hands, do it. If you need to leave your hands by your hips, do that then. Otherwise, here we go. Up. Everything's up but the belly. Lengthen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now we're going to take a child pose in between this, but if your knees don't like that, just take a windshield wipe and rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to touch base with a few planks here, guys. So we're going to go to our forearms, let your elbows down and energize your legs, and we're going to hold the strong abdominal plank. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone looks good. Let's turn to do one side plank. It's kind of like a prime. You're making everything, checking all your form. Lumbopelvic stability, shoulder blade stability, breathing, obliques. Good. Stretching through the hands even. Breathe in. Lower that hip and let's do the other side. We're just sort of touching base with the different angles. Come up. Here we go. Feet can be stacked or staggered. And 10. And stretch out your hands. 9, 8, 7. Good. 6. Breathe. 5. Heads against an imaginary wall. 4, 3, 2. And then lower either reverse plank or reverse table. So you could choose. So reverse table would be bend the knees. Reverse plank would be long knees. Come up. 10, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to stretch forward. Now your hamstrings are not warmed up much, so just take a little stretch. In other words, don't force it. 5, 4, ease into it. 3, 2, and 1. Really good. We're gonna grab a sip, but we're gonna come to some swans. We're gonna do a little dynamic swan, which is upper body, lower body. Cheers, happy Monday. Good job for showing up. Now, this is sort of the whole back chain, the whole posterior chain. Start when you're on your belly, lifting your back without your hands helping you. And then when you cannot go anymore, let your hands help you higher. And now you're warmed up in the upper back, so you may notice you can go higher than we did earlier. And then you exhale, lower down, and you still keep the shoulder blades down the back. Now lift the legs up, lower the legs, lift the back. Try not to use the hands at first. Then the hands help you higher. And then the exhale lowers you, and then the legs come up. And then the legs come down, and the upper body comes up. And then you are doing this now. Good, Catherine, that looks really good in your upper body. You are doing this with your own breathing, your own sort of rhythm, so you don't feel forced. You get to take as full a breath as your body can, and then you work that up, that extension up as you do. Good, you notice it gets a little easier, so you could even pull your hands in closer to your body if that's your goal, your desire to go up higher. Just safe form is the main goal. Now the legs, try to lift them higher. And 2 more, breathing in. And I am noticing I'm a little higher now than the first couple. So we're gonna hold our new place. Hold at about 10. Hold 9, good, 8. The lower back, the SI should all feel good. If you tend to run tight in the SI, you can internally rotate your femurs, meaning point your toes towards each other, and that'll open up the SI. All right, inhale. Now lower down, and we're gonna bend one knee and reach for your foot. Bend one knee and reach for your foot. Now you could do both if that's up, it's up to you. Can you reach it? If not, don't worry, we'll do it twice, but come up when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks great. 5, upper back. 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower for a moment. Now we are going to do another one. When you're ready, come up. 1, 2, good. 3, 4. I think your head can pull back, Michelle, just a tiny bit. 6, yep, it looks good. No strain either. 8, 9. And recover, toe under child's pose. Push your toes under, child's pose. I like to stretch out the feet. Now, if you need more stretch, you can come up to vertical with your toes pulled under. And if you need more stretch, you can put your hands behind you. 5, good. 4, oh, that's a good one. 3, nice, Karen. Woo, nice, Karen. 2, woo, and 1, terrific. Grab a sip, we're gonna add on. This is called isometric plank. It's only gonna be 10 counts, so put your forearms down and put your toes on the mat, and you're gonna pull your forearms towards your toes and your toes towards your forearms. So you have an extra, I call it an inside job, an extra contraction. Pull your arms towards your toes and your toes towards your arms in 10, isometric. 2, whoa, looking good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover to the side. Now this is going to be a side plank with an option of a tree. So if you care to add a tree, I do like to set up my tree first, then go up. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 7, reach 8, 9, and then lower your hip. Now we're going to do another one, 10. So I like to set up the tree first. And then go 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gorgeous. Lower down, wonderful. Now we're going to do a hands and knee position. Do you remember how we did the bow pose earlier? This one is a quadruped bow. So First, your hands and knees are down, then your right foot lifts up towards the sky. Now, because it's your right foot, your left hand's gonna have an easier time getting your ankle or your foot. So you're in this diagonal bow, not like when we do it on the floor. Now lift up your knee, lift up your thigh, lift up your head. Yeah, and yes, there you go. Did you feel that? It's like you lift it up to the sky. Gravity's gonna try to pull us down. So we're pushing up, our hands pushing into the floor, our shoulders opening. Now, lower the limbs. You should feel like you're in an all-four neutral table position. Now, the left foot is gonna go up towards the sky, so the thigh is probably parallel to the floor now. Your right hand reaches back for that left foot or ankle, and there goes a hammy. So if you're like me, you might have just gotten a little hammy in there. And push up, do the best you can. Lift up. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Good. 5, 4, yep, 3, 2. And then a child pose. And if you want to open up the knees, that makes room for a diaphragmatic breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to be rolling back. If you need a sip, grab it, but we're going to roll back and just make sure there's enough mat behind you that you can roll back and have a comfortable spine, pelvis. Now inhale, and on your exhale, use your abs to roll back. And then once you're there, your feet are going to get in the air, and then you're going to let your hands behind your head. Now we're going to take 20 crisscrosses, and if you prefer, you can leave your head down and do legs up. Or you can use a towel behind your head if your neck's an issue. For osteoporosis, you can also do the head down on a pillow and just the legs. The lower your legs, the harder it is, and you want to keep the ribs down. So the lower it is, the harder it is. Keep the ribs down with your abs. Pull your toes back and let's add 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Recover for a moment and hold your legs in and rock. Now we're going to lift our right leg in the air and leave your left leg down. And we're going to draw circles with this leg that's in the air. And this is called leg circles. The shoulders are down, the ribs are down. If they're not, sometimes when you have a forward head posture, it's hard to rest on the floor with a comfortable position. So you might want a pillow under your head or head and shoulders. Now one more, the bigger your circle, the more abs it is. Go around because your goal is lumbopelvic stability, scapular stability. You keep the ribs down, you keep the shoulder blades down. Good, and so what we do is challenge this in all planes. Breathe in. The left hip flexor is letting go, it's relaxing into the floor. Try one more. And then leave that leg in the air. I'm actually going to use my hands to help this stretch. Point and flex. Point and flex, really reach through the toes as well. Now pull your toes back. If you care to add on, hold on to the toes, lift up your shoulder blades, put your other hand on your thigh that's 6 inches off the ground, and you're in it's called Utthita Padangusthasana pose. You're in a holding on to the big toe pose. It's abdominals, it's hamstrings. The modification would be just to the hamstring. Breathe in. Now recover for a moment, switch up your legs. I like to put the hands beside the hips as a frame. Draw a circle with this top leg. Draw a circle with this top leg. And 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in and out. Now we are going to go the other way. The hamstring, as it warms up, you might find it's easier to keep your left knee long. The bigger the circle, the harder it is to keep the ribs down. Now we're going to hold that leg in the air, and you might at that point and flex, adding your toes, stretching, wake up that ankle. And you can pull the toes back Now, if you would like to add on, you can reach your fingers towards the toes, lift up your right leg 6 inches, put your right hand on your right thigh, hold that abdominal stretch. 10, 2, good, 3, 4, your gaze is probably towards those toes near the floor. Up a little bit, Karen, just a tiny bit more in your upper body. 3, 2, 1, and recover, guys. Pull your thighs into your belly and rock a little bit. Now let both hands come on the floor beside your hips and take your legs in the air. Draw a circle with your legs. This is called corkscrew. Inhale and exhale and around and around and around. Now, the bigger the circle, the harder it is to keep the shoulder blades and ribs down. Try 4 more. So if you need to modify, make the circle smaller. 3, 2, and on the 1, we're going to take a happy baby. So the hands go to your feet to pull the knees down on either side of your rib cage. 5, 4, good. 3, 2. Now leave the hands down for a moment and lift up the legs and take a little pair of scissors. So they're small at first, and even here you can tell where it's abdominals. Now the option would be take your hands to a leg and pull it in and lower the other leg. You're doing it already. That's it, Michelle, that's it. You guys read my mind. So I tend to do things in layers so that you can choose which layer you need. Now another layer would be toes back. And another thing you could do is put one hand behind your head if you're feeling like you need a little support. And let's take 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and then this time when your head's down, take your hands to your feet or your inner ankles and let the knees be wide, like you're in a butterfly stretch. This is supine bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. Pull the feet in closer to your pelvis if it's too easy. Breathe in, and then hug the legs into the belly and just kind of rock. Now, you're going to be adding on a move that puts together the last 2 moves. So take your legs up, start with a little pair of scissors as a modification, hands behind your head. Now make it bigger, and you could even rotate your torso towards your long leg. I love it when you guys know where I'm going. Really good. But then of course you know, hey, if I need to modify, I can keep my legs more vertical. I can leave my head on the ground. So exhale, rotate that shoulder blade off the mat and pull your toes back. If you would like to take 10 more, come with me. If you need to stay back, you can do that. And we'll do 6. Belly in. Good. That's it. Up. 2. And recover. Hug, hug, hug. Now we're going to do a counter pose for those abs, which is a bridge. So your feet are on the ground, curl up and hold a bridge. I'm going to offer the arms overhead like a field goal post or a Y, and just counter pose those abdominals with a bridge. It opens up the hips that we just flexed. Inhale. And then exhale to lower down. And then hug your shins. Now you can kick yourself up with your abs. Hands on the shins is going to be harder. Hands under the shins on the thighs is going to be easier. So inhale and exhale, kick up. Nice. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're going to do a little side work. Side work is pretty neat because most of the things in life aren't in this plane, this frontal plane. When you do these, make sure, when you do anything I offer, make sure your joints are super happy. So let's say you're on your shins and you don't like the way that feels on your bones. Grab a mat, fold it up, make it so the joints are enjoying this. Move. Yeah, grab a pillow. Like take that extra moment. That's what my Thai yoga teacher would say. If something hurts in your body for one moment, change it to make it feel better. So it's worth it to get out of pain. You want that to feel better on your joints. Now, because of that, you can actually focus on the movements, the exercise. 5, the breathing. That's where you want the focus. 6, I'm going to add the fuller breath. 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're adding a rotation. So now this is the 1. We're going to do 10 of these, and then you turn. And 2, 3, 4, 5, obliques. 6, yeah, get a pad if you need to. Good. 7, dip down. Yeah, good. 8, 9. Check your wrist too. Sometimes it's easy to cock them back. Now when you're ready, find a place that felt good for you and do 10 little pulses. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now get ready. We're going to do a stretch on this end. And if you have that urge to pull your own wrist, please go for it. 5, 4, 3. Now inhale. This hand is going to go down towards the floor, but if you can't quite reach, you can always use the yoga block. Take that foot back. 10. Yeah, or a pillow. I love it. 9. Yeah, I like that top foot back. 8. Breathe in. And then come up. Now we're going to be switching sides. Go out. And one knee may feel different. You might decide you need something under your knee on one side and you didn't on the other. So 2, wrists are neutral. 3, and your head's in line with your spine. So you're not doing anything crazy with your head. 5, 6, good. 7, keep going. I don't feel pain, but I want it to be more comfortable, and that's worth it, right? 8, 9. Now you can add on a rotation. So dip just like you did, like everything's facing me, and then you turn. Inhale, and you notice you don't have to go beyond or you'll feel like there's no work. So you're staying in some tension zone. Yep, 3, range of motion. 4, soft wrist. That's a cue I have to tell myself. They kick backwards for some reason. 6, so sometimes I'll even fold my fingers to keep that wrist neutral. 7, 8, 9. Now on the 10th one, there's an option to do a pulse in a place that you felt particularly useful. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9. Now we're going to do 2 stretches. One is on the leg, hand on the thigh, up and over. And if you wanted to pull, like, yep, there you go, Betty, you did 5. And the breath hold goes here. Breathe in. Inhale. Now exhale. This hand comes down. If you want to use the yoga block, you can. 5, 4, 3, isn't that nice? 2, inhale, and then exhale. Really good. Now, just a child's pose to kind of neutralize everything. It's not, I want you to feel like your knees are good. And then you're going to come up to hands and knees. We're going to do something in the middle before we go to another lateral one. And if you want some padding under your knees, you can do that here because it's quadruped. But because we take a knee off, you may feel like you want support underneath one of the knees. extend your right arm, extend your right leg and your left arm. Now, at first, just do elbow to knee and then come back. If you want your left shin off the floor, that's going to be harder. And 3. For balance, 4. And I'm going to look for a minute. Yeah, 5. Good, really round. And 6, this helps with the transverse abdominals and the multifidus. 7, most people have trouble with those. So we do something every class to turn those on. If you've ever had back pain, those muscles shut off, the multifidus. So this helps put them back on. All right, take the other one. Right arm, left leg, and exhale. Stretch, reach. When you reach your leg back, make sure your hip doesn't open. Your leg is parallel to the floor. Your ribs are not drooping because gravity's pulling you down. So keep the ribs lifting. 6, good. I like it. 7, nice. Everyone looks good though. 8, 9, 10. And then one more child's pose. Push back. And then we're gonna, if you want to sip, take a sip. We're gonna lie on our sides and do a double side leg lift. Cheers. And then on your side, now I'm gonna move my, there it is. Okay, now you're gonna go on your side. Your arm is your pillow, my microphone transmitter. Lift up both legs, feel your obliques. 3, feel all this. 4, we don't work in this plane as much. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're shooting for 10 more. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go ahead and add on. So stay up with your legs. Take your top leg. Bottom leg stays off the ground. The bottom leg's now going to go up. Now we're going to roll onto the belly as a little transition. Take your arms under your head and then lift up your legs. Tap your feet together about 20 times while your knees and your shins are off the floor. Breathe in. And then let's hit the other side. So you have a double leg lift on the side. And 2, 3, 5, 6, belly in, 7. Yeah, 10, good. Neck soft. 12, good. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now stay up. 1, 2. Bottom leg is going to go up. 1, good. Keep the top leg high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the belly down, you're going to do a tap of your feet. Lift up both legs and then tap about 20 times, neck soft. Let it go, and then we're going to do a breaststroke. So I'm going to clear my space. You can clear your space and go around and lift. So your arms circle, and then you're acting like you're coming up for air on the inhale. So your back does an extension. Your back comes up. Good. Now if you can add on legs flutter kick quickly. 10 more. 9, your shoulder blades should move. They're not just rigidly fixed to your back. Good, we try to do a lot of things for healthy shoulders here, but this is also thoracic extension, which is your posture muscles. 2, 1. Now recover with a windshield wipe, or if you need a child's pose, take it. I'm going to windshield wipe. we're gonna do one called swimming. Now the arms and the legs are gonna do this oppositional posterior oblique pattern. So your right arm and your left leg will lift. Your left arm and your right leg will lift. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Your neck feels good. It's not drooping towards the floor, it's elevated. And if you want it harder, you're gonna do a little, all the limbs lift, and a little right arm, left arm, right leg pattern. Faster if you can. Breathe in, out, in, out, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, recover with a child pose. And if you care to pull your toes under, please do. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come up. You can grab a sip, and we're going to sneak in a little yoga pose called Madrasana. This one can also be modified as a side plank, so it's up to you. You could do side plank here, like this. You could do side plank on your hand, or you could or put your foot back. These are a few options. 10. Breathing is not an option, so keep breathing. Inhale. Press up your hip, push it up, push it up. Yes, good. Lower with care. In other words, your hip first, not your shoulder ever. Now you could do a side plank like before you did an elbow, or you could do hand or foot and push back. Now lift your hips. You don't want to fold in the hips, so you want to try to lift up. Yes. 8, 7, keep lifting. 6, push stronger than you think. 5, 4, really hard up. 3, 2, lower with care. Good. We're going to take a little hand massage before we add on. You got this. About 3 to 5 each way. Good. Yep. And one hand does this finger down movement. And I make sure the shoulders are down, and then one hand goes the finger movement. Really good. I like this. And we'll do one prayer pose in front. So palms together. Good, Catherine. Down, down, down. And that should feel good. And I'm going to show you a couple of things we can do next. Please choose which one you need. The first is that you could balance on your tush, which I'll call a modified teaser. In yoga, it's a modified boat. You could lift up your feet for a little harder. And you could extend your legs. Either of those is fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's the first move. Terrific. Now hands to your ankles. Lift up your feet and balance. Now you could extend one knee and back, and you could extend the other knee and back, or you could extend left and hold. Shoulder blades are down the back. 5, good, and relax the shoulders down the back. 4, good. Yeah, your neck is free. Can you bring it in and out 3 times? Good. And now when you come down, I'll call it crisscross applesauce, and lean forward a little. Now that may be all you want to do, but if you want, grab your feet, your toes, go back, recross, grab your toes, and then do crisscross applesauce. This is called the crab. Recross, crisscross applesauce. Now you could just do a stretch like 5 seconds on each side as well. Or you could do a roll back. Good, guys. Hip opener. Crisscross. And recover. Nice job. Let me give us a stretch called mermaid as a reward for all that. So one way to sit is called double triangle. It's also called mermaid. Right hand to left knee, left arm up and over. So your left foot can be on your right thigh, your right hand's on your left knee. And if that doesn't reach well, yep, that's right, Karen, but if it doesn't reach well, you can also just do it like this. The intention is that your spine is getting laterally flexed. Now the hand that's in the air, I'm going to shake it to be exaggerated, goes behind you, and you're going to rotate over your shoulder. Mermaid looking over her shoulder. Everyone looks good. I want to just show you going down. So walk down behind you and you can extend out that leg a little bit on top and stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. And then exhale, walk up and then do your other side. I hope you like that as much as I do. So the double triangle, also called mermaid. One way to do this is left hand to the right knee, right arm up and over. But if it just doesn't work out, you're struggling to reach your knee, just put your hand here, no problem. Yep, try left, yep, that's it, Karen, you had it. Yep, nice, it's kind of like playing Twister. You put your arm here and your foot here. This is a fun one to do rotations with, so you can micro rotate. Breathe in and lengthen that elbow. Act like someone's pulling your elbow long. Now this arm that's in the air is going to go up and behind you. We're doing a high mermaid rotation first. Breathe in. And then go down a little bit, so you're kind of walking behind you. Stretch out that top leg. And then come back up and stretch out the legs and go right down the middle, even if it's just a little bit like me. And relax here. 10. 1 arm goes in the middle, up and over, and just try 10. Good. Yep, that arm can really go anywhere. It's just that you're lateral flexing the spine. That's your key intention. Breathe into that side. It's like you're trying to get your bicep behind your ear. And inhale, come up. The top arm goes up and over. Five, 4, 3, 2. Breathe in and go right down the middle one more time. We'll just count to 10. It may be a little easier. That's what I generally find. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on up. Grab a sip and we'll do a little bit down on the mat. You're doing great. I'm mixing it up. You're mixing it up. So make sure you have enough mat behind you that your back is going to be comfortable. Your back's going to be supported in your sacrum. Roll back. You could take about 5 counts here if you'd like. And once you're down, hug your shins like a little ball. Now stretch your arms up and your legs up and then sweep your arms around. This is called double leg stretch. Now if you want it harder, arms go more back, legs go more forward. If you want it harder still, come up, shoulder blades off the mat, stretch out. If you want a modification on this, you can also put your hands behind your head. So we're going to do 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and then recover for just a moment. A little rock right and left. And this next one is either going to be, and I'll just demo, bridge pose, or if you would like to do 3 roll-ups with your legs long and your arms long, you can do that. Exhale, peel up. So you could do a roll-up, you could do a bridge, you could do multiple bridges. And inhale, arms overhead, and then exhale, tuck the chin, roll up and over. Good. You could also just do a partial roll down. Nice. Breathe in and exhale. Over. Good. And then roll down and take a full body stretch. Nice. And then we're going to take it to the side. Now your arm is your pillow. And this one is, think about this as flexibility. So lift up your leg as high as you can, as high as you can, as high as you can, and then flex it down. So you're lifting it up as high as you can, as high as you can. So there's usually an inch or two extra you can go when you're mindful right here. You can even help it out. And then flex. 3, good. Now we're going to add a little speed because we know what we're doing. 5, but try to pay attention to that last few inches. 6, good. Feel that. 7, this also pumps lymph. 8, right here, lymph nodes. 9. Now we're going to catch it. Go up and catch it. Now breathe in. So it's Anantasana in yoga, but I like to throw it in the Pilates moves. 10 for that stretch. 9. Isn't that lovely? Good. Grabbing whatever you can. Now this leg is going to go in front of the other ones, just kind of like a little 90 degree. Now the bottom leg we're going to point and lift 10 times. Belly in. Neck soft. Flex and lift 10 times. Really pull your toes back. That's going to help prevent shuffling or balance issues. Now we're going to do everything on the other side. And the first was, we did it a little slower because I really want to focus on that range of motion. So your head is protected with your arm. Now go up, 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 up. And then when you can't get any more, flex. So when I did that, I felt like, oh, my right leg's just a little bit more flexible than my left. 2, point. Good. 3. And yeah, there was an extra inch that most of you got. That looks good. And then let's do a tiny bit more. 5 with that cadence. 6, 7. The other leg kind of pushes on the floor like a frame. 7, 8. Breathe in. You're working your foot and your ankle. Now we are going to be catching that foot. So catch, or whatever you can grab. It could be your thigh. And feel that inner thigh hamstring combo. 10, 2, feels good. Good for lymph. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale. And then as you exhale, this leg is going to go in front of the other. So it's kind of out of the way, passively stretching here. Point your bottom toes. Yeah, and go up really high. So it won't feel like it's going as high as the other one. You have to really focus to get your intention there, but relax the top leg. It's not helping. Neither is the neck. Now we're also going to flex. Catherine, this is really good for the knees. You'll like this. 3, 4. Anything we can do to strengthen around the knees. 8, 9. Nice job. Now we're going to take it on our back side, right ankle to left thigh. Actually, let me turn so I can face you this way. Right ankle to left thigh. Reach your hands through. And if you want to do a little movement, I love this rock. Breathe in. Those of you that want to add a little ab crunch here, it makes it more intense. 5, 4, 3, 2, recover and take your other ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. Isn't that nice, Michelle? It's a little bonus. Now inner thigh, rocking if you'd like. And 5, 4, 3, 2. If you want to add a little ab crunch, go for it. Inhale. And then exhale, Let that go and take the left leg long and take the right knee over so you're in a knee down twist. Your right arm can do a few circles here. It's a nice way to get that shoulder and the scapula moving. Good, and leave it out like a T or a Y. Palm up if you can. Breathe in. Take it to the other side, that knee down twist. Your other arm can do some circles. And then you might end up finding a place that feels really good, like a T or a Y. Five, 4, 3, 2. Now when you're ready, you could do this next one, quad stretch, lie on your side and hold onto your foot. You might like to do this on a foam roller. That's another way to do it. You can also do this on your back, but that's only if you're flexible. Good, Betty, I like the way you grab that foam roller. And whatever you're doing, there is a little rib pull down with your abs, and there is a little pubic bone pull up. That's good, Shireen. That's going to feel good. Those of you who are on the foam roller, if you rotate away from the stretching leg, you'll get your TFL, which is a muscle right here, and that always loves attention. Yeah, just try rotating. So if you rotate to your right, Shireen, you'll feel your left TFL. And if you rotate to your left, Betty, you'll feel your right TFL. Otherwise, you'll feel the quads, which are great. The one quad that crosses both the hip and the knee, the biceps femoris, or the rectus femoris. I don't know what I'm thinking. Rectus femoris. Now, breathe in low. We're going to do the other side. It's going to be really nice. You can either flip over, you're on your side, your ribs down, you're breathing low. Nice, good. I can still see you then, Michelle. That's great. Good, Karen. Everyone's doing so good. Yeah, I know it's tight. It's a good one though, isn't it, Shireen? It's a good one. So your breath can add. Breathe in through the nose. 10. Try to relax your other side. Try to relax your jaw. 5. Ooh. And if there is anything else you need to do, please do it. If you would like to take your legs up on the wall, you can do that. Or if you want to be in Shavasana or sacral block and just take a moment. Breathe in wellness. And then take a moment to wake up your fingers and your toes. And then we'll come up to a seated position that serves you. One that's light, that allows you to sit upright and take full breaths, but you don't feel like you have much effort. So we'll just take a moment to sit up. You can put one hand on the heart and the other can cover it. And then again, breathe in the intention of wellness. And breathe out everything else, past or future. Just really try to focus on your wellness here. You're giving yourself a moment to stop the world and refill your cup. Breathe in. Just for this moment, just for this special time, breathing in wellness. And today I intend to stop every now and then and recalibrate to that nourishing feeling of wellness. I know that my cells are always giving me signals like drinking sunshine, water, good nutritious food, good people, good books. I know I can be the focuser of my day, and if I start to feel like I'm thinking thoughts that aren't good for me, I can refocus it and do something in wellness. With so much appreciation, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad to see you. Happy Monday. What a fun day. I know it's hot everywhere. Everybody's wearing shorts.